you are using the new Warlock arc melee wrong. The amount of times that I've been killed by this thing in PvP this season is roughly the same amount of times that I've died to a rapid fire shotgun any time in the last year. The one that I'm talking about is Lightning Surge. This states that while sliding, activate your charged melee ability to blink forward, calling down lightning strikes that jolt targets as you rematerialize. And this thing is nuts. The amount of double kills, triple kills, quad kills that I've been able to pull off in 6v6, like it's just so fun. It also works really well as a movement tool. Think kind of like shoulder charge, but more of a panic thing. It also consumes the melee when you use it. So I would not think of this as movement as a first, but as a last resort. But the amount of times that you can just make insane plays with it, triggering the jolt against everybody, it's really, really nice. Obviously, I've talked about this before. I'm pairing it with Ophidian, so cleanup kills after getting that initial hit are really, really easy. But more importantly, I'm using this melee to clean up things like shoddy damage, primary damage, whatever. I use it more so as a final attack and less as an opening attack. And I think that's where it seems to be used incorrectly. A lot of times when I'm fighting against an Arc Warlock, what's happening is they are starting off that fight with me by sliding in with that melee, and it's just really, really easy to clean them up out of it. You can take damage as you're in that blink animation fully. So as long as you're like placing your shots correctly, you can kill that Warlock really, really easily. But that's why I would like to show a little bit of details on how you can use it in a more proper way and clean up and finalize kills with it easier. All right, we'll hop into a private match here so I can show you a little bit. So the first thing that I'm going to do here is show you the type of damage. So we'll go ahead and we'll get this hit in. You can see does half health, also chains to the second person from a decent range and knocks off all of his shields. So if we get one shot in, really, really, really good damage. Let's see, 2 body shots, kills, chains still. So 2 body shots worth of damage is about 90-ish damage that's required there for that initial hit. We'll see about shotgun range. This is how I like to use it personally. You can hit this shoddy shot from really far and get that kill there. One of my absolute favorite things to do now on Warlock and PvP. You come in from long range. Super easy cleanup. Come in with long range with the shoddy, about 15-ish meters. And then you hit that melee attack and that cleans it up and chains anyone around them. You can get all sorts of kills with it. We'll show real quick too. The slide in melee. Okay. Clean up melee. Damage seems to be sort of inconsistent because it does jolt the targets, and I find that sometimes the chaining goes back to that initial target like a second time. It's sort of like a Dunes chain. We'll wait a second for amplified to go away, see if that makes any difference. Super, super easy. You can get multi-kills all over the map if you're using this ability correctly. You just want to be really careful going in for the attack with it starting. See, you can still take damage in the middle of the attack. Seems to be a sort of blink, kind of like the blink jump ability where you can take damage at different parts during that. It is possible to die in the middle of that melee. Let's see if they can hit me here a little bit. Super, super easy if you know where to aim. Now, the last thing that I'm going to show you, my favorite way to combo this ability is the slide melee into super pop. Gets that crazy damage output from both the melee and the landfall. You can combo it with Chaos Reach. Doesn't work quite as well. I think the move is to run this melee with Storm Trance. Now, I've spec'd in to having this melee up as much as possible, given the stats that I'm capable of running. I personally go for a triple 100s build in PvP with resilience, recovery, and discipline, but I am going to start speccing into strength a little bit more. I came with a little bit of a combo of stuff, so I put double outreach onto my bond. Every time that I pop my class ability, I get a lot of my melee back. I want to say it's like 20% or so. You have other options that you can run, like momentum transfer. When you throw a nade, you get your melee cooldown increased. I personally find more value in my primary damage output and my ability to swap to my secondary quicker. So I'm running these two mods, but you absolutely can run, I mean, double momentum transfer, whatever you want. I would just throw double outreach on the bond and call it a day. Hopefully this helps you a little bit, gives you some ideas on how you can use the ability. Personally, I use it as a cleanup and less as an opener. I'd love to see any clips that you guys put together of multi-kills, especially 3+. I think those clips are super fun and really entertaining.